Hi there and welcome to the Rangers News YouTube channel. My name's Cameron Willis and I'm sitting with Mr. James Black.
Hello.
On today's video we're going to discuss one of the few bright lights of the last kind of little period for Rangers, and that is none other than Mr. Joe Aribo. Signed in the summer from Charlton, to much criticism from former boss Libo, yeah. Joe came off the bench on Thursday night to score an absolutely stunning solo goal, which he could have been scoring against Wigan if he decided to stay at the Valley, but instead,
no difference there, is there?
instead he was scoring against Braga at a packed Ibrox. So it was a very impressive goal. He scored another, which is a common kind of finish that Aribo has shown all season, where he kind of just hits it first time with his left foot, connects with it really well, it goes into the back of the net.
A really tidy finish.
It was a really good finish, and the 2-2 draw with St Johnstone. But in both matches, he scored both goals from the left-back berth. So with Borna Barisic out, with Andy Halliday's contract up, and with a real discussion on squad depth happening at the background at Rangers, should Steven Gerrard maybe be a little bit bolder and continue the influential Aribo in the left-back berth when Barisic isn't available?
Why not? He's got nothing to lose. I actually think when he's come into the side and played there, I mean, admittedly, it's been, a grand total about 75 minutes. So, I mean, it's not a huge sample size.
2 goals in 75 minutes, not bad.
But that's it. It's 2 goals. He's looked fairly comfortable there. Gerrard raved about him there. Absolutely raved about him after the Braga game. He's in a bit of... I think there was a certain kind of element of it was directed towards the fans, just saying that the fans need to come on him with this journey that he's on with Joe Aribo, because he's going to be some player, and I think he probably is. He
looks the part. He does.
I think he maybe lacks a little bit in the hard work and determination side of things at points, but my God, he's a baller, to use the parlance of the young people these days.
I think you're right with the hard work and determination thing, but I think that we're seeing a change in that. I think we've seen that this week. I think against Braga, he stood up and was counted. He was absolutely. That is a phenomenal goal he scores there. It was an unbelievable goal. He's got an amazing first touch. He's athletic enough to play at left back. Whether or not I'd play in the middle all the time, I don't know, but he's obviously getting space there, in that little portion of the pitch. He's got an amazing left foot. I think that he's displayed early levels of leadership qualities, and he's taken the game by the scruff of the neck, and I think that I back Steven Gerrard 100% when it comes to Joe Aribo. I think that he's going to be a very, very, very good player.
If Joe Aribo had scored that goal wearing blue and red stripes, folk would have been raving about it. Absolutely raving about it.
It was a deadly goal.
He'd have had wall-to-wall coverage, probably Sky Sports breaking news, that kind of nonsense that the David Messi does it. And it was such an unorthodox looking run, because he's just all arms and legs. He looks such an ungainly player.
But there's a gracefulness about it. It's strange, isn't it?
It's really bizarre, because it looks like Bambi on ice, whilst also looking quite graceful.
Yeah, it's weird, It's almost as if he's going to tip over at any point, but he retains his balance. He's got extraordinarily good balance and a great touch.
He's got really good feet. I mean, I know he grew up playing cage football, which, despite my wishes of it being like an intermix of football and cage fighting, it's it's just to play football in a cage. That'd be far better, man. Like 30 seconds of knocking shite at each other. It's amazing. Make him work.
You can see it. He's got that kind of street footballer samba style to him. But I mean, you're talking about. I mean, the goal against Hibs, amazing goal. The goal against St Johnstone, another great finish. The goal against. Even at the start of the season when he scored against, I think it was St Joseph's, that was another really, really tidy finish.
The thing is, that'll be the 4th or 5th different position he's played in now since he's came here.
He played
he's
right
played
wing,
wide in both positions. He's played kind of centre midfield. He's played kind of off the main striker, and now at left back. And that speaks a lot about the boy's ability. Just that, first of all, he's got the versatility to do it, but he can read the game well enough tactically that they can put him in any one of these positions, and all right, he kind of looked out his depth wide left against Celtic. But more often than not, he looks kind of up to it tactically, and he can see how the game's going to unfold in front of him. And he doesn't look as though he's a player who's just been dropped into a position that he's no idea how to play it. So, I mean, with the likes of we mentioned, Andy Halliday's deals up in the summer, John Flanagan's deals up in the summer. I think he'd make certainly an interesting backup to Barisic.
He's an option. I don't think he should be a direct backup, but he's an option. But I agree with it. It speaks volumes about the quality that he can move across the pitch. And this is his first season in Scotland. You know, he's coming up from down south in England, the lower leagues in England. It's been the kind of, as much as he's an unorthodox player, it's been an unorthodox route into football for him, because he's now 23. I think he used to play for Staines before.
Yep.
He went to Charlton. So for a player, and now he's playing for Nigeria, he responds really well to big matches, and at least he has been for Rangers in the last little period. I think that if maybe one of the issues with getting consistency out of Joe Aribo has been an inability to find the proper position for him. So if we manage to get him into the right position, get him on the ball enough, and he continues to display the same level of ability, but also kind of leadership and passion and hard work, I think we'll have a really special player there. And I think the talent is absolutely not up for debate.
No, not at all.
But it's just about making sure that he develops from this period into a match-winning footballer. You know, because that's what certainly I see in him, and I think that's what Steven Gerrard sees in him.
Making sure that he gets a regular position nailed down is going to be really important. Actually, just as you mentioned that, because it got me thinking about Andy Little, who I always felt that he had a similar problem at Rangers. He was right back, he was a right winger, he was a centre forward, and I think just being somebody that it was a case of, well, he can fill there, or he can fill there. It probably hurt his career at Ibrox. So I'd worry that if Aribo becomes that utility man, it could ultimately hurt him.
I mean, with all due respect, Andy Little, I think.
Oh, it's different, totally different levels. Totally different levels.
A major player. I couldn't.
I think in terms of just not having that one kind of specialist role where, you know, this is where he plays. Because as I say, with Little and Aribo, they've had them in everywhere from defence right up, both flanks, attacking roles.
I think it's frustrating. I think maybe Steven Gerrard wants to put him in a position where he's going to be central to what we're trying to achieve, you know. And sometimes when we've played him in midfield, he hasn't always been in the right position where he can influence the match, you know. And sometimes you see that the game being played in front of him and him being behind it, and he's not right in the middle of it. But then you're playing McKent and Hadji.
I think that's why left back could actually suit him quite well, because if you look at how often, I mean, especially Barisic, how far up he is on the left hand side in a lot of games, particularly domestically. Maybe not so much in Europe, but certainly in the league. You look how far up he is in the pitch a lot of the time, and it would give Aribo just that perfect platform to really can influence the game in an attacking sense. We don't use our fullbacks defensively a huge amount. Tavernier and Barisic are they're no old-fashioned, old-school defensive fullbacks or wing-backs, really.